Joe from right here. Obviously, you know, a lot of the story was leading up to this. Didn't get to fight Kelvin in Mexico. They removed it. So I guess, what's it feel like to finally get through the Kelvin Gastelum chapter of your life now?
It feels good, man. You know, he's a dog. He's a G. I've watched him for many years, and it wasn't my best performance, but it was a pretty dominant performance, I think. Little lackluster on the volume, little lackluster on the combinations, a lot of fucking looking at each other. But I really thought, you know, based on his past and how he fights, that he was going to come forward a lot more. We could slide back and do our counters. It did not happen that way. So it is what it is, man. I tried.
It seems that when you dropped him that first time, he seemed a little bit more hesitant to kind of close the gap. Did you kind of get that sense too when you were in there?
Yeah, definitely. I did. I just wish I was more aggressive, man. I wish I was more aggressive. But ultimately, I'm happy. This was a long camp, and yeah, ultimately things did not go well PR-wise for me in Mexico. And again, I want to apologize to my Mexicans out there that may hate me. It was not towards anything of Mexican culture or people. I should have rephrased it a lot kinder, and I didn't, so it is what it is, but I do stand firm that I will never fight there again. It's too big of a risk for a bitch like me.
You know, you said it yourself, you know, maybe the volume wasn't there. You seemed a lot more patient. Was that patience, or were you, like you said, just expecting him to do something else out there, maybe not blow the gas tank, like maybe that?
I really thought he was going to come forward more. I really thought that that's where we were going to, like, that was our game plan, like make him miss, make him pay. And I think that's what led to it. It was both of our faults. You know, it takes two to tango, and every time he did come in, I would swing, but he didn't come in very often. And yeah, you know, ultimately it just shows I got a lot to work on still, so I'm very happy. At the end of the day, this is a never-ending job of improvement and skill building and base building. And I mean, fuck it, man. I got the win. I got 2 checks, and I beat a guy who fought for the title, who's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, deservedly so. And yeah, much respect to Kelvin and his team, man. I don't know what's next in his future, but thank you to KG for everything he's done.
The broadcast seemed to think, you know, you dominated the first round, and he had his moments in the last round. And they were pretty 50-50 on the second round because you were landing the power shots, but he seems to throw with much more volume. So by the time...
But how many fucking punches did he land? Not a lot.
Well, so I was going to ask, like, it seems even after the fight, he was applauding before the scorecards were even read. So you knew it wasn't as close as maybe the broadcast was saying.
Yeah, and I asked my coaches to keep it pretty real with me in the corner. Like, you know, I would have thrown caution to the wind and risk getting knocked out if I had to secure the round. But that's why I was like, I honestly didn't see me getting the finish unless he got super aggressive and tried to come at me hot. And he did early. And I don't know. I got to watch the shit back, bro. I don't know. Whatever. I could have done better, guys. I'm sorry. Fuck.
And just last one for me. I guess, you know, after, like you said, one long camp for Kelvin, essentially, when would you like to fight again?
I want to take like a month or two to just train and keep training. And I don't want to get out of shape, and I don't want to, not that I'm ever like out of shape, but I want to get a little bigger. I felt a little lean this camp just because of back-to-back weight cuts. I had to be that way because my weight cuts are so massive. So I definitely think that had a little bit to do with it. My legs felt a little shaky in there. So yeah, I just need to fine-tune some things and get my body right again. To be honest, I'm still kind of fucked up from Mexico, stomach-wise. And that's been a real big struggle for me. So yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say September, October.
So your teammate Sean Brady obviously has a big fight at some point lined up for him. Obviously not the title because that's going to be Islam and Jackas. Would you want to fight on the same card as him, or is that like you're one of those guys that doesn't like fighting on the same cards as teammates?
I think I'm gonna be 100% honest. I would love it, but I think Sean deserves full attention from my coaches, and the only way I would want to be on, because where he's at right now is life changing, right? Fighting for a belt, beating, you know, he gets one more win, he fights for a belt. So I wouldn't want to take away from him. And it's kind of hectic when you have coaches going out, you don't get your warm up right. So out of respect for him, no, unless he was okay with it. And Aside from that, yeah, I would like September, October, and I hope the UFC comes to Philly, man. We got a bunch of Philly guys.
I think you're good, man.
Thanks.